Hi, everyone. It's Phil Zilke from Phil's Friends, two-time cancer survivor and founder. And today I'm joined by Kaelyn and Amy, two of my very dear friends. Thanks for joining us today.
No problem. Happy to be here. Thanks for having us.
You're welcome. Amy, I'd love to start with you. How did we originally get connected?
So in July of 2017, my mom, Keelan's grandma, Nana, she was unfortunately diagnosed with stage 4 lung cancer with mets to the bones. It was obviously a very devastating diagnosis for her, but it also impacted us as a family as well. So we heard that word, cancer, and cancer is just one of those words. We all hear it. We know it's a horrible disease. We know it brings a lot of difficulty to many, many people. But until we are dealing with it with somebody so close or with ourselves, perhaps, we don't understand the magnitude and the impact that cancer has in so many people's lives. So naturally, I reached out to my pastor at Bethel Church, asked him to pray for my mom, to pray for us. And through our church, we were connected to a program called Bethel Cares. So what Bethel Cares is a cancer support outreach, I suppose you could say. So every quarter they organize some type of get together, and at the first get together ever, Judy from Phil's Friends was the guest, and pretty much Kaylin was with me and my mom. We just fell in love with Phil's Friends, the message, and just so much positivity that you guys bring to people at such a difficult time.
Well, we're definitely praying for your mom and for your grandma, and it's clear she has great, great faith, and that's also seen in both of you. How's she doing now?
She's doing well. We're almost up to the 3-year mark with her diagnosis. And as I've said before, the power in the words that we speak and the power in prayer and our mindset, there's no measure to that. Because 3 years ago, we anticipated like we're going to lose my mom. But yet here she is 3 years later, and she's still fighting and doing quite well.
Yeah.
So thank you.
Yeah, the verse that really comes to mind is from the book of Hebrews, chapter 11, verse 1, which says, faith is being sure of what you hope for and certain of what you do not see. And your mom, I know, has powerful faith, and both of you have powerful faith as well. And so I want to turn it over to you, Kaelyn. What's one way that you put your faith into action, seeing your grandma going through all of this?
Well, like my mom said, I was just really inspired by your mission because you help people going through something really difficult. And I wanted to put my passion of baking and help you guys out. So I set a goal to raise $50 by making cake pops. And I sold them to classmates and my mom's friends. And I ended up raising $350,
Wow.
which for one person, I was just so happy. And I was so honored to be able to help you guys out. And like my mom said, you don't have to do something big to make a difference because small acts of many people make a really big difference. So I was just really happy to do it. So
we're so proud of you for what you've done. It just shows those little choices we make in our lives, how it has an effect on so many. And I know you're.
And that was completely her idea too. It really was.
You have to be.
I supported her. I'm a very proud mom. I supported her 100%, helped like promote a little on Facebook, but it was completely her idea because she has a true heart of a servant and she loves to serve others and help others.
Thank you, Kaelyn. And Amy, how did you continue, and how did you get inspired by what your daughter did?
Yeah, so I have to say that she did her fundraiser first. And then in the fall, I got a mailer from Phil's Friends, like I do relatively often, a few times a year. And you guys had a goal to raise $50,000 by the end of 2019. And first, my thought was, I wish I could just write that check right now. Someday, Phil.
What's that thought?
But I'm a school teacher, so I don't have 50 grand laying around right now. So I said, well, what can I do? We can't just see things that we care about and not spring, and they have a need and not spring into action. I'm like a mover and a shaker. I like to get stuff done. So I saw that need and I was like, well, what can I do? I could just write a check, a couple $100, whatever. But what could I do to maybe get more people on board with Phil's Friends, kind of spread your message of hope that you bring? So I have been doing Etsy sales since about 2013, mostly coffee mugs, water bottles, wine glasses, things of that nature. So I started making items on And I was like, let's just put them on Facebook and like see what happens. And truthfully, I don't even remember what my initial goal was. Do you?
I think it was like 500.
I think it might have been 500. So I was like, okay, we'll set the goal at $500. So with Etsy, with direct donations to you guys at Phil's Friends, I was able to get $700. And I was pretty proud of that myself too. So again, just if we all do something small, big, great things can happen.
Totally agree. And we see that in your mom and, the faith and how she lives it out while she's going through this difficult time. And it's seen very clearly how it's passed down through the generations. So I want to thank you, Kaelyn. Thank you, Amy, for joining me today. And thanks for everybody who's tuning in. Have a great day.
Thank you, Phil.
Thank you.